How is it going, everybody? My name is Copyright, and today I have a spicy one for you. And this is a Mardu sacrifice synergy deck that I thought it's worth mentioning. Inspiration for this deck I took definitely from Paulo Vitor de Rosa, who maybe remembers a few months ago, maybe like 6-7 months, half a year around, I think when Kaldheim came out, he made a similar deck, more like maybe for fun, to build around the synergy of self-sacrificing but also big hitters. Back then I loved the deck, but I was, let's say, not smart enough. This is why I also first off called this deck Big Brain, because you really need to know what sort of cards you have and what synergy we have between. This is why we're gonna through a little bit more in detail here, especially for people who are new and want to try this sort of combo, graveyard combo deck. But also for more experienced people, there are a lot of synergies that are hidden inside some cards that are really, let's say, maybe played in a different way. So let's go and check it out directly. I see here instantly apply styles. I get some new styles, I think. And let's break down this deck. So the first synergy that I definitely want to mention, and you see maybe already, we have a lot of 1-drops, and almost all of them, except of our Bloodshift Thirst, is creature 1-drops. And this is only for the reason because we have at first Honeymoon Hearse, 3 mana artifact vehicle that's not often used, but I instantly when I saw the spoilers I thought this card could be something good because it's not on the level of Cherry, of course, so Jessica Chariot is just a much stronger card, but it has similar possibility and it's a 5/5 with trample, and you don't need to have a specific amount of power that you tap your creatures for, you just need 2 creatures. This is why we have a lot of 1-drops where we can easily crew our Hearse without any issues. Then the next synergy here with a lot of these 1-drops is of course our Exitus, or better said, the Blood Avatar. Awaken the Blood Avatar, who doesn't know, it's a sorcery where you can sacrifice X creatures to pay this 6 generic mana cost and then a black and a red. So easily with 3 creatures we can just play it for, is it 3? Yeah, it's 3. Math is right. For just 3 creature sacrifice, and you see we have a lot of sacrifice things that we like to sacrifice. We can play just for 2 mana, and it comes in as a 3/6 hasty avatar token. And this avatar token, when it comes to the board, opponent is forced to sacrifice something, so again a really nice removal, but also whenever it attacks it deals 3 damage to the face of your opponent. So this can close out the games really fast, and also can deal with some wider boards where opponent maybe just chump block you, still you make 3 damage because as long as you are attacking you are already providing 3 damage. We can also play the Exitus sometimes if we need to, if we have some instant sorcery spells to just take creatures out of our graveyard because he has his Magecraft ability, and the Double Strike synergizes here very nice with our another 4-drop, and this is Showdown on the Skull. I had some games, not a lot I played until now, I think like 7 games, few of them were against Torii dice in playtesting, but also some unranked stuff. And often when you have Showdown of the Skald and you drop your Exodus, if you start giving counters to Exodus, I'm sorry, not Exodus, Exodus, he's suddenly, I don't know, like a 5-7 with double strike, so this can close out the games really fast. Also nice synergy, and Showdown of the Skald in general, amazing card advantage tool, but also synergizes with the 1-1 counters with our Fireblade Charger. This is a 1-drop that we have 4 of, because whenever he dies, and this is especially good against control matchups, he dealt that much damage to an opponent, and you can target his face, so you can instantly, if he has like 4 or 5 counters, you make the opponent 4 or 5 damage. Plus we have of course our Midhood Massacre here, let's put it somewhere here. If something dies again, opponent loses life, so this is also a great synergy where you can drain out your opponent basically if opponent just keep on spelling his removal spells, his sweepers and so on. Of course also against creature matchups it's really good, and this deck is in general it has the best overall performance against the most type of decks. So it doesn't matter if they play control, if they play aggro, if they play mid-range, it has the possibilities to win against all of them, and they are spot on. The only issue I encountered with this deck is Flying Lifelink. I played twice against Flying Lifelink and I lost both. First was because I was mana screwed a little bit, it was my mistake, because this deck is mostly Rakdos. You see maybe white with splash only for our Showdown of the Skald and maybe sometimes Exodus. But I started out the game with a red and a white mana, and I thought because I had Epicure in my hand I can maybe use the blood token to cycle something to maybe get my black mana, and after turn 5 I still didn't have my black mana, so I lost because I didn't have my land or because I was just stupid enough to start the game without black mana. Yeah, and the other one was against this angel that gives life whenever an angel cleric enters a battlefield. The opponent just had an amazing draw where he drew 3 of them and just went over the top. I think there were like 8 10s and it was just difficult to handle. But everything else until now I played against Ores of Control, this Snow Control, the new deck against Mono Green. I never had an issue as long as you end against Boros aggro deck with this Angel Fire Ignition. Never had an issue against them. The games are usually really nice, really smooth, and also sometimes close, but really cool, definitely. Yeah, and then we have another synergy with all of our 1-drops here is our Orcus, Prince of the Undeath. He can also act as a Midhook Massacre, right? Because he has the ability to -6/-6 all the creatures instead of him, so you can also sweep the board if you really need to against aggro, but more often than not, especially against control, I used him as a graveyard recursion. So you see here maybe return X creatures with total mana value X. So you can, for example, if you choose just 3 and 3 mana, like it will be 7 mana, but it's really easy reachable with our Ghast because we have Treasure Token, also Deadly Dispute provides Treasure Token. So if you go for 7, you can take all the 1-drops, 3 of them out, compared to Gundam's Awakening, for example. There you cannot take the same mana cost creatures out. This is where Prince has a great synergy here, and they also gain haste, so you can instantly do something with them. For example, if you take the our 2-drop, the Blood Thief Harvest, the new inclusion from Innistrad, he provides you with Blood Token. Blood Token has a huge synergy here, I will talk about it later. He come in as a 3-2 with haste, plus you take maybe Falcon Pit Fighter, he also comes with haste at 2-1, so you instantly have like 5 damage on the board without even bothering, so, and you paid 3 mana for it, right, because this is 2, this is 1. But also if you have maybe your Exodus on the board, you can easily just take 1 of each of the 1-drops, go in the face, provide some damage, Epicure make damage when he comes in and creates Blood Token. Falcon Pit Fighter is a 2-1, so this is a really good one, and also Charger is just great 1-drops. So you can take them out, go in for Facial Massage, next turn you awake the Blood Avatar, go for Face Massage. If opponent sweeps, you have maybe already enough mana to cast him cold, so without sacrificing any creatures, again he comes in, he deals damage, he attacks, he deals damage, and he connects, he deals damage. So this is really hard for any control player to recover from. Yeah, so Okus has a great synergy here. And then the synergy that I want to point out here, let's take the Epicure maybe here, because I haven't saw a lot of people using this. Deadly Dispute says 2 mana instant. As an additional cost to this spell, sacrifice an artifact or creature. And I know a lot of people sacrifice guest and stuff like this, but artifact. Guys, all the blood tokens are artifacts. So whenever we play, for example, turn 1 Epicure, turn 2 Dispute, we can easily take out the blood token, so sacrifice the blood token, keep the Epicure on the board, draw 2 extra cards, create a treasure token, and with this we can bring on turn 3 easily our Awakening Blood Avatar. Because we still have our creatures on the board, right, to sacrifice, because we kept our Epicure, and we have maybe some other 1-drops, whatever, and we can sacrifice it to the Awakened Blood Avatar with our treasure tokens. We have enough mana to do it on turn 3, so easy possible here. I love this synergy. I don't know why not more people use the blood tokens with Deadly Dispute, because they just give you the advantage for it. And also sometimes hers, if we don't have really good target for hers, we can easy just sacrifice the hers, because it's also an artifact, right? If you need to draw some cards and we have maybe 2 hearses in our hand, we can just sacrifice 1 hearse, or on the board even, we can sacrifice a hearse and also draw cards. Here's also a little bit synergy with the hearse. When you have 2 creatures, let's say Epicure and Charger, you play your hearse and you can instantly tap, not instantly, I'm sorry, they have Summoning Sickness, but you can tap her for hers, just Epicure and Charger, so the 2 smallest creatures, and go in for 5 damage with Trample. So this is something also opponent needs to look out for. Then we have, of course, 2 Bloodshift Shards, because sometimes something needs to die. Spot removal is a good target for it, but in general we have just sweepers. You see maybe here Midhook Massacre, and the Prince is a really good removal. Also don't forget about Avatar, he's also removal because opponent is forced to sacrifice something. And our Blood Tide Avarice is just a versatile card that can also remove something in the amount of double the amount of blood tokens that we have. So if we need really to deal with something, we can use these things to deal with the board, or maybe prepare the board for our Avatar, because then our opponent is forced to sack something. Yeah, for the mana base, you see maybe I have 1 of each basic, just because the Field of Ruins is so common, so opponent often sacrifice maybe just to enable landfall, or just to get some other lands. So you need to fetch out. Everything else, as I said, in Rakdos we have a little bit more. You see maybe here we have both dual lands, or all 4 of dual lands in Rakdos. In Boros we have only 2 of them, and here in Orzhov also only 2, because we are not looking so much for the white mana. Pathways, of course, 4 of them, and Boros Pathways. With mana I never had issue, except this one game where it was my mistake. Usually you have a smooth opening hand where you at least have 1 black source and 1 red source. This is what you should look for, but this is how smooth, let's say, I choose to run my lands. Altogether I have 23 lands, as I said, because of treasure creations and because of so many cheap creatures, we don't need really much more. Yeah, this is so far it for the deck, guys. If you have any questions regarding the deck or anything, just let me know. Let's say happy if you guys commenting or asking things, or maybe suggest something. So if you have something, let me know. We will check it out together. Maybe we can bring this deck even to a higher tier. Right now I'm really happy with the win rate, by the way, but we will see how the gameplay will go. So on this spot, thank you for your time, and let's check out the gameplay. So, Alabonta 1. His name is like my deck. That's a funny coincidence. First game and instantly opponent like this. Opponent goes first, and we have perfect mana for these things, and we have a really nice curve. I'm just not sure with what I will start, but we definitely keep it. Let's see what our opponent is playing. It looks like mono white. Mono white is actually not so bad. So we play our Epicure, and let's see if he has the Lumi to pump the Asha. Mono white Snow is definitely an interesting matchup. Let's see how it will go. Yeah, he has the Lumi. We are not gonna block, of course. This is okay. Yeah, this is also a nice draw. Now we play you and we play you. Let's start as a vampire, so opponent think, oh hell, I need to Aspiran or Skyclave, the Harvester. He will exile him most likely. It's okay. Next turn we can double spell here. Maybe if we draw another land we can even use the blood tokens for it. Oh, opponent goes for Spellbind. This is not the worst. Not the worst decision from my opponent. Definitely interesting. What opponent's gonna do? He's exiling Ghast, really? That's weird. This is weird. So yeah, if you're gonna attack with something, of course I'm gonna block because I need to try to keep his board small. Maybe if he has 4 mana, he will play the adversary, pump everything. So this is why I wanna keep it tiny here. And also on the Awakening Blood Avatar could make some wonders. Opponent is thinking definitely. Difficult decision. Maybe. And it starts thundering. Okay. That's interesting. Oh, this is much more interesting than I was expecting to. This is definitely a very interesting choice. Okay. So now we can... yeah. Because my opponent didn't put the counter on the Elite, we're gonna stay back. If he double attacks with the Asha, I will double block it and Shambling can take out the Elite Spellbinder. We will see. We will see. Let's check on some. Yeah, I just checked if we were recording because I think it will be really, really sad if this happened. And he has something to exile. I think he has Portable Hole. Oh no, Talia, okay, it makes my avatar a little bit more expensive, but it's not the worst. Okay, opponent goes in, it's good. Another Epicure. Another Epicure is actually not the worst thing, because now we can play Epicure, and we can play the Blood Avatar, sacrifice 3, 1, 2, 3, except we minus the flyer. He needs to sacrifice the Asha most likely. And we're gonna stay back because I don't want to lose life. And we're gonna see what we're gonna draw next. Maybe some card draw will be nice. Showdown of the Skull. Okay, opponent has 4 mana. So even if he plays Adversary, it will not be enough. If he plays Adversary, as I promised, this is not enough to attack my face. Okay, another Bloodship, Harvester. Should we cycle something? I think so, right? We can cycle the Pit Fighter, maybe? Okay, let's see. Let's cycle the Pit Fighter. Okay, this is actually not the worst here. And that's Deadly Dispute, the Blood Token. So right now we don't really need it. Here we have another Falcon. But do I play the Harvester is the question. I think so, right? Let's play the Harvester. Creates another Blood Token and then we chill. And maybe our opponent has another adversary. Okay, Apparition is not something I'm really scared of. Okay, opponent. You can go in for 7, right? Yeah, because I will block the adversary. And Extus can also be exiled by Apparition, so maybe this is something we should consider. This is why I want to play Extus if I draw another instant or sorcery to just take out something of my graveyard, and we are gonna take out maybe the Harvester, maybe something else. Let's see. Okay, opponent goes all in. Oh, I hope you don't hear the thunder. Opponent is creating something, but they are getting smaller because of adversary. Okay. I can play you. And I can play you, right? Yeah. And we're gonna step back. Let's see what our opponent draws next. The Meathook Massacre will be definitely devastating. There's something really, really helpful. Okay, what is your top card? What did you draw, my friend? Let me see, let me see. Ah, Lumia, okay, okay, now he can slowly start pumping everything. He wants to pump the token. Lumia is not a bad draw, definitely. I hope I also have a nice top deck. Oh, this is actually a nice top. Should I kill everything or should I recover something? I'm thinking I'm gonna recover something, right? Yeah, let's do that. For one, and play you. And we kill with Italia if I minus, but I also lose life for it. So this is maybe not the smartest decision, and also I lose a creature. So let's recover something, right? And we recover guest. And then should I start going in? Not sure. Yes. 4, 5. No, we are not going in because if he draws another Skycliff apparition, it could be really bad for me. So this is why we are not gonna in. Okay, Adeline is okay. I need some life gain. Definitely need some life gain. I think we're gonna loot for the Meathook Massacre. But so far my opponent with really good top decks. Lumi and Adeline. Those are really good top decks. Okay. Surprised that he put it on Talia. Okay, another guest. Another guest is not the most useful thing. Let's cycle it. Okay. Let's draw here a little bit more. Or, no, I think I want to kill the Lumi, right? I want to kill the Lumi so things don't get bigger. How much damage is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the 6, right? I will have 4 blockers. That's okay. I think to deal with Lumi is a little bit better. Minus. And we take out Epicure. Epicure. Let's see if we draw something nice. Oh, this is actually nice. Let's try you. And let's play you, I would say. Okay. And I think now I can go in with my flyer, right? Yeah, let's go slowly in. Start damaging our opponent. And next Oh, Jesus, this is a nice one. This is a nice one. Okay, okay. Okay, okay. I will not attack with Asha. Maybe Asha is an easy target. And Talia. Okay. Yeah. Something else? Okay. Okay. So, kill here. It's interesting defense. The first strike goes first. So we can go you here. Then you and you go here. You 4, 5, and you go here. Right? Yeah, I think so. I think so. So we take 2 now. Talia. No, I don't even need to block with you. Or do I? No, I don't need to block because I have the charger trigger. I have the trigger from the charger. Yeah, and we kill you. With the trigger from the charger. Okay, this is also not bad draw. Let's deal with you instantly. Make everything a little bit smaller. Fuck! I should have played Exitus first, huh? This was maybe a small mistake, a minor mistake, but it's okay. Let's cycle, right? Cycle you. Another land, okay. And we play you out. And we are staying back. Interesting game. Oh, Jesus, what is this top deck? Look at this. He top decked Lumi, Adeline, Adversary, and now another Lumi. This is a really, really good top deck. No good top decks from me, but luckily we have our treasures, or treasures, blood tokens. Okay. How useful is this? Not really, right? I also cannot cold cast it. But I can sacrifice... I can sacrifice some stuff. We go with you in. And see if opponent wants to block something. No. Then we play you. Sacrifice. And I sacrifice 2. No, I want... I want red mana open. And with the red mana we take another Epicure. This is why I want the red mana open. And the Epicure, he provides me with another blood token just in case I draw another land. And the opponent is already at 9, so next turn he is forced to block. And let's see if he top deck again like a king. I hope not. I hope not. Oh, this is a really nice one. So what is he gonna take? The Blood Prince? Or the token? Okay. This is really, really good top decks, what my opponent shows here. Showdown of the Scout will also not be bad. If my deck wants to top deck like a king too. Yeah, with this deck it's difficult to tell you some stories or things. Okay. Yes. Yes. For 1, 2, for 2, right? Should I attack first? Wait, what will he will has a 3/3. I will have my 2/2. Sure. Let's attack first. I think opponent is forced to block. Okay. In this case, it's still the same. Doesn't change the outcome. Still go for 2. This way we gain some life and we gain a blocker. So even if you top deck another Brutal Qatar for the token, I will not be dead. And let's see. And we still have the cycle token, but I think opponent is dead next turn. I think opponent is dead next. Yes! Amazing. Great game. Really, really cool game, especially for the first game. And yeah, let's go, let's go. Super Dragon 11. I go first, and yeah, we have some removal. Exitus, I don't know how useful this will be. Against control? I don't like that. I don't have white mana, because I want to play this as a first drop, right? I also don't like to have both of my Exitus in the opening hand. And Bloodshift Thirst, who knows? Difficult. Let's mulligan once. Okay, this looks worse. Sure, let's keep it. Draw away. If it's an aggro deck, I'm dead. If it's not an aggro deck, I'm pretty good. Pretty good setup here. Okay, it looks like it's a black snow deck. We have here red, white, black. Okay, oh, so there's a lot of lands here. Another black source. Skip it. Let's see what our opponent, if our opponent has something. I Twitch, okay. Which is okay. And he has also mana to sacrifice. We have white, right? Okay, play you as a red source. I play you for 1. Delete it. Opponent can learn something. He has Blood on the Snow, but also a Meat Hook. This is why Fireblade Charge is maybe not most impactful here, but let's see. Okay, Merchant is not bad. Merchant is not bad, so we are gonna roll out our Showdown. Opponent has Deadly Dispute. No, not that. Oh, Jesus, I forgot the card name of the sacrifice for 2 mana that I also use. But okay. Is it Deadly Dispute? Yeah, it's Deadly Dispute. Yay, I was right. Then let's play another white, or another red, and we keep our Fireblade Charge in the hand for trigger an additional 1/1 counter for next turn. Hers will be also maybe useful, but I'm scared that I'm gonna play another showdown. Need a little bit more cards. Right, this is 4. I will have 2 mana left, so I can 4, and then depends what I draw next. Okay, he's also in red. Nice. He's also in Rakdos coloration here. Opponent has what? What do you wanna blood? Let's notice this little token. I don't get it. You have 6 mana for Blood in the Snow, but do you really want to do it for Fireblade Charger? Or he's scared that Fireblade Charger get out of control? Let me hook my sack, okay. Yeah. This negates each other's meat hook. Chum chum chum. Okay. So first we play you. And now we play you. So we can put counters on our Fireblade Charger. And let's see what we draw. Maybe we draw another 1-drop. Yeah, we did. This is good, this is good. Then we play you. And we play you. And put another counter here. So next turn we have a land and our Blood Hovers. So opponent maybe is forced to sweep again. And as I said, sweepers are not bad here as long as the 1/1s are dying nice and smooth. I am happy with it. Okay, another Eye Twitch. Another Eye Twitch. Pawn goes instantly in. Okay, he wants to exile something. In the cost of what creature sacrifice? Okay. It's okay, don't worry. Don't worry, my friend. Okay, another Hearse. Another Hearse is definitely good. Then we play you as a red source, right? Right. Then we play you. 1. I will distribute the counters around. And I think the rest we're gonna keep a set of Hearse. My opponent maybe wants to kill something. Okay, and play the Hearse. Put 2 counters on the guest. Because if I put all counters on the Fireblade Charger, he's gonna exile him, and the exile effect doesn't trigger the death effect. So we're gonna in. And the blood token will be nice to cycle the land. But I will do it in his turn. Because I don't want to commit more to the board, I'm really certain that he has Blood on the Snow, maybe even 2 of them. But it's good representation. First game was against aggro decks, now we are more against controlish type of decks, so you maybe see how the deck performs against both of them. Bloop bloop. This is okay. And I think we have one more showdown of the skull left. But we also... What did we exile here? Did the dispute? We have 3 more in the graveyard, right? Here goes the Blood on the Snow. I'm surprised that he's using this. Okay. We kill you instantly. I don't want you on the board. We create here a treasure. Resolve. Resolve. So, let's cycle the blood token for our pathway. We draw another Fireblade. This is a nice draw, I like it. So we first play our Fireblade Charger, bring out this as a Black Source, and play out you. This gives us an additional blood token to cycle, and then we can go instantly in with our hearse. This is what I'm saying, this deck can really play around the sweepers, play around aggro, so you play against a lot of these sort of things, and current meta is like this, right? Or you play against mono white, mono green, or you play against Dimir control, mono black control, Orzhov control. And I think this is why this deck will perform in both matchups pretty good. The games are a little bit longer, this is maybe the downside, or for people who loves it, it's maybe even an upside. That's okay. And 2 damage goes to your face. And now we can even maybe play our Blood Avatar, Cold. I think we can. We have enough mana for it. And this Cold play will trigger his sacrifice ability. That's okay. Something like Epicure or something like this will be nice, just so I have one more thing to sacrifice. And he will still receive enough damage. My turn. Okay. We can try to cycle it, but then I'm scared that I maybe will not have enough mana to play my Blood Avatar Cult. But let's do it, right? Let's play the Blood Avatar Cult. You sacrifice something, and then we are gonna in and make 3 damage. I'm gonna attack, provide 3 damage. Opponent can of course block it, but it's okay. Let's see if opponent wants to deal with it again. And now if we draw our prince, look how much will come back. Look at this. Like, this will be devastating. Opponent is thinking of exiling him. Okay. Interesting. Interesting decision, definitely. And he should not forget that I have my Mythic also on the board. And I think if I go first, my Mythic triggers first. Okay. Let me see. We keep the card now until maybe he has go blank or something. So if he discard... Okay. This is interesting. He exile my token. Okay, let's cycle the land. Autoplay. Now when we know that opponent don't have go blank. He has 4 mana open though, maybe an insta-speed removal. Okay, this is not bad. Epicure is also not bad. And if he doesn't has a removal, this is game, I think, right? Because we have... Should I bring you as a creature? Sure. Because we have here 5 damage with our honeymoon. Activate both. And let's see. The honeymoon. He has insta-speed removal. Good game. Good game. I mean, Avatar would also be good game, but I thought maybe he has something. Yes! Amazing. Yeah, both games were a little bit long, so I don't want to make the video very long, but you saw the representation. I think this is just amazing way to deal with aggro and control, and this deck is really interesting to play for people, for you, especially if you are more experienced in the game. I think you will have a lot of fun with this deck, but also for newbies, let's say, try to keep the things in mind that I said in my intro, and also maybe learn out of this gameplay how to pilot this deck, how to drive it, yeah, I think you will finish it out good. On this spot, I don't know what else to say, guys. Thank you really much for support. I appreciate it really much, especially because we skip our 66 subscribers and others really fast, because I don't know if you are the same. And let's make a little bit small talk here on this spot, because if you are playing this deck, you need to be focused on the game, because there are so many decisions to do. I'm this type of person who doesn't like some certain numbers. For example, number 6 or 16. The only number I like is 69. But everything else that has a 6 in it, I find it like, well, I don't know. I just don't like it in general. Maybe it's some sort of a tick or something. Maybe you are too like this. For my lucky number is 7, so I like almost everything with 7 in it. When I used to play football, I had 17 or number 7 as my back number, and usually always I take 7, and a lot of people has it 7. But I don't like 6, so I'm really thankful that we skipped 66 really fast. And thank you for this, definitely. And thank for all the support that you're guys giving me. I don't know if we should do some special for 100 subscribers. I think even maybe more. Depends on what you think. And I wanted also to ask you your opinion. What do you prefer? Like, I know some content creators like to do games with game face. It's not that I'm scared or something to show my face or to do anything. I just think that Magic is some sort of game where you need to see more of the board, more of the things that are happening. It's more intuitive to your gameplay because you are playing, not seeing somebody on left, right, or somewhere on your monitor. So I think it shows a little bit better the deck. But I think if a lot of people say, hey, I like the authenticity, I like the identity with the video and the Vita face, we can maybe do something like this for, I don't know, 1000 subscriber special or something like this, where I can start maybe use the game face for the intro, and then when we play, maybe I just blend it out so you have the pure experience and feeling of playing this game as you would play it. Right, so this is maybe a question that you can answer me down in the comments below. It will be interesting to know for me. If yes, I can definitely start preparing things for webcam and everything, because right now I don't have any sort of this setup. I'm happy with my microphone and providing you some really interesting decks and some cool content. On this spot, thank you for staying so long, definitely. I really appreciate it, and I hope to see you in the next one. Ciao.